Hi guys and welcome to this episode of the Just My Opinion podcast. Today we are going to be reacting to Black Sherif's response to the fans. We know VGMA 2023 just passed. Sarkodie performed his collaboration with Black Sherif on stage. Black Sherif was in the crowd, but he wasn't on stage with Sarkodie. Fans didn't find this funny, and a lot of people had things to say. And since then, people have been reacting and saying all kind of things and blaming Sarkodie. So Black Sherif responded. He reacted to all of this buzz, and he had this to say. So this is from a blog article which says, subtract my 4-year-old career from Sarkodie's career. I am nowhere close, Black Sherif. So before I go on to read all of the article, hi Ambassador.
Hello people, it's your boy Ambassador again doing his thing.
Okay, so let me read this article. So the article says Ghanaian musician Black Sherif has asked Ghanaians to desist from championing what he describes as unnecessary comparison between him and his senior colleague Sarkodie. He made this comment while reacting to claims that Sarkodie's Jam album wouldn't have attained a successful feat without his famous Countryside collaboration with the rapper. So Countryside, that was a song which Sarkodie performed on the VGMA stage without Black Sherif. Countryside, one of the singles of Sarkodie's Jam's album, has been touted as its only successful track. It has been tagged as the most popular song on the album, considering the traction it has since received from fans and Black Sherif's influence. But reacting to such claims during a discussion on United Showbiz, Black Sherif said, if I had not been on the album, it still would have been what it is supposed to be. Albums and music are spiritual. I don't know his destiny. If I were not on the album, it would have still taken the path it's supposed to take. Sarkodie was doing this years before me. Who am I to tell him that his album wouldn't have been big without me? I have been doing music for only 4 years. Subtract it from the number of years he has been doing music and see what he has been able to do. It doesn't make sense, he stated. Okay. Ambassador, what do you think of Black Sherif's statement?
So for me, I think it's something I had said in the past, where fans just create an unhealthy environment for artists. So I've had a number of this beef or type of beef across Africa, where when you dig into the root of it, there was never any personal physical clash. It was just fans saying things and then people get into their feelings like, it's almost like when they say this line, they say you poison somebody's mind. So a thought that was not even there starts coming. Like, why did he look at me like that? Maybe what this fan was saying, that he really hates me and he's planning to kill me. All of those things are true. Meanwhile, if that thought was not in the back of your mind, you're like, he's looking at me like maybe I've said something funny, and you're over with it. So there are some of those things which, fans will be fans, but it's not always very healthy. But when they start beefing, it's the same fans who will say people should work together, people are not helping the industry, but they are not seeing how they are contributing to that unhealthy environment. Because Sarkodie is taking him now like a younger brother, trying to help him, and he has so much to learn from Sarkodie. He might get bigger than Sarkodie, I always say those things, but you rarely see all the guys you have listed today, the last 5 years, top consistent artists have been Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido. You rarely see them disrespecting Two-Face. I'm also expecting that Two-Face has any connections or advice or should I call it advantages which he could give these guys. He will willingly give them because he knows their shine is his shine. Everybody stands to win. And you hear they always calling him Tu Baba. That's really a respectful way to refer to somebody. The whole industry will call him Tu Baba. I don't think he's the richest, he's not the most famous right now, but they're always giving that respect because we know what he did for the African entertainment scene and Nigeria to be specific. So same thing for Ghana. Sarkodie has been the flag bearer for years. For Black Sherif to come on the scene now for the last 2 years, and then people want to already start creating a conflict, making it sound like Sarkodie is not talented enough, he's not skilled enough, he's now old, people are tired of him pushing him aside and he's now Black Sherif. It's not a fair thing to say. one, he might already be in his feelings. That's why his song not buzzing as much as he should. Then to rub insult, injury, you will now come and start comparing with Black Sherif, who is a young man who has just there for 2 years. After all the years he has put Ghana on the map. So I think it's a very wise thing Black Sherif is saying. And it's a good thing he's doing that way. You know, like when you keep quiet, the other person can assume the worst. But the fact that he has said this, Sarkodie knows exactly where he stands. So he's know all the shenanigans which the fans and the media is running with. This is where he stands. He respects him. He calls him senior colleague. Yeah, he's not broing him or challenging him. He's calling him senior colleague, meaning that he gives him that respect of someone who has been there before him for years. So that's to the fans, but also like fans will do what fans do. They say the crowd or the mob has no brain. But I like what he's doing as an individual to take his stand and make it very clear. And at no time should he feed into all the buzz and negative energy fans and the media might be putting out there.
You know, I just checked to confirm Black Sherif's age. He's 21 years old. So I remember I watched this interview when I think that was 2 years ago. So he was like, was it 19 or so? And I was like, wow. Because during the interview, even the way from the things he said, very mature. He has a very mature vibe around him. And he even looks older than 21. And seeing him making this statement is a very mature statement. And normally people who are in the rap scene or people who are in the entertainment scene, when they are young and they start having certain level of fame, this is not what we are familiar with. This is not, we are familiar with people saying like, I'm the best, you're old school, now we are at the top. Like, we are familiar with people making those kind of statements. We are familiar with people even making those kind of statements when they have not even gotten to the place where Black Sherif is at right now. So him coming out and making this kind of humble statement, acknowledging Sarkodie and saying that with or without him, Sarkodie's album would have been successful. That way, not making it sound like, oh, it's because of my... So because that's what fans are going with. Like, I remember there was this comment that said, if it was Black Sherif that was performing that countryside, he would have done it better than Sarkodie. Like, all kind of comments are being mentioned online, and a lot of people, even though Black Sherif had gone on an interview, and when he was asked about the reason why he was not on stage with Sarkodie, he said he just wanted to sit back and enjoy Sarkodie, not to be there, which I feel like that's a politically correct statement. I feel like behind the scenes there are other things that are called, and he just had to say something politically correct. But again, that is a very humble answer to. It's a very humble politically correct answer to give. So I just had to confirm Black Sherif's age to be like, you know what, this is a young person and he has a good head on his shoulder. And definitely when people have this characteristics of humility and they have the ability to make certain mature statements or mature decisions, I am like, they definitely have a long way to go. They definitely have more they can achieve.
But I think he also has some of those Rastafarian tendencies. I think he might be of that Rastafarian genre. And usually I like who are Rastafarians, those real Rastafarians who practice like spiritually. When you hear him talking his humility, Rastafarians are usually very humble. And when they have not been hit by overdose of weed, that's when they cross the line and then start being hyper and over. But when a Rastafarian is really practicing the spirituality of Rastafarian, the Rastafarian religion, he's always very humble, very realistic. He does not. When you look at him, you rarely see him in all the bling men. Look at his videos. You rarely see him with all the many women thing, flashy this. It's true, it's showbiz. He has to do some show, but you can tell that this is not his lifestyle. The guy is always looking very rugged. Money will rarely show on him. That's why he said he's looking like he's older. When you look at, I think he says somewhere is Konongo or one part there. It's a really poor part of town in Ghana. So, and I watched a documentary around him where he went to his father's house, where he grew up, told a little bit about his story. One of his aunts was helping him a lot and things like that. And you can tell that the guy he might have lived for 21 years, but he has suffered suffering for 35. So he could speak 35 years now.
Yeah, so I was just, while you're talking, I just wanted to, I was looking at this statement where he says, albums and music are spiritual. So he says, I don't know his destiny. So it's very like what you said about the Rastafarian vibe, very spiritual, destiny, kind of, yeah, those phrases that he's using.
Even when he took his award during the GMA thing, I didn't understand what he said, but he just sounded speech. He just came and said some of those Jaramarama Rastama, Baramana, Baramama, and I was like, okay, that's the guy.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So he said those kind of things, which I think, yeah, he does not look like the weed smoking loud ones. It looks like people are actually spiritual about their whole Rastafarian religion, and I think it's something which will help him keep his calm in a very unstable world of entertainment. And I hope he stays with that.
Yeah, from that interview, he mentioned that he's actually going to school. He's actually in the university, and he was like, it keeps him grounded. It keeps him. So I'm like, yeah, he definitely has a good head on his shoulder, and he's definitely made for a lot of big things ahead. And when you're talking about the fans, and I was just thinking, like, fans, we know on Chakra TV, one of the videos that go really viral, videos about beef, videos about diss tracks. So fans get excited about this. I remember when we're talking about the whole Carl De Niro and Calligraph Jones shaking hands, and you're talking about Nas and Jay-Z back in those days, like, fans, to test the loyalty of your following, take them to war. So like, fans sometimes, this the artists, they are entertainment. The music is not just the entertainment that fans want to get from the artists. Even their lives, the ones after the music, they still want to have entertainment from the artists. So, but I definitely do like the route which Black Sherif is taking. It's a more long-term kind of picture view. Yeah. Let's talk about our sponsors before we proceed with our conversation.
Yep, as usual, Ambassador is here to tell you about how to make your money. Echo Online is the tool you could use for that purpose. Echo Online is new on the African entertainment scene. It has an app and a site where artists can come on board and monetize their art. Echo Online is here to monetize and democratize the entertainment playing field. With Echo Online, we say the power is in your hand. Just with your phone, you could create your account or your profile on Echo Online. Share the link to your profile so your fans on the other social media platforms will come and like and follow you. Hence, when you build a fan base, you could monetize off your art. By monetize, we mean when you release your song, your fans could buy your song directly on Echo Online. You receive the money directly in your phone using your mobile money account. If you put out merchandise, your fans could buy. If you have events and tickets, your fans could buy. All of those things on Echo Online. Also, always say that African artists are faced with a challenge where they could sell their arts on the titles and iTunes. Their fans are in Africa, their core fan base, so just the diaspora could support them, which I think is not up to 10% of their fan base. So they're losing out on 90% of the money they could generate. So with Echo Online, if you cash in on that local fan base, you upload your songs and your fans could buy it directly. You get your money directly in your hand, in your phone. And you could reinvest in your career, and your career could grow organically. So Echo Online is here to monetize the playing field. Get that money now. Also, I tell people the site is under construction. Some of these services I'm mentioning are still under construction. Some are already there. But it's high time to jump on the site. At least you will create a profile and start building your fan base now, before it gets too crowded and many big names and people come with investor money and they start to overplay the site. But if you jump on board now, you get the advantages of the early birds, because those who jumped on YouTube became millionaires. The first users of YouTube became millionaires because the site and the management of YouTube adapted certain changes to meet their needs, and the first endorsement deals were a little more flexible because it was not crowded like that. So those who jump on Echo Online are going to make the early money before the crowd comes on board. So jump on Echo Online, share your success stories with us, and in the future, some of these top 10 ranking lists are going to be done from Echo Online. Echo Online is built by Africans for Africans, so it's a chance for us to control our own narrative and our own stories, and what happens to us, our own structures and our own systems. So jump on board, let's build this together. If you want to get in touch with the management of Echo Online, you could contact Chakra TV, or you could write directly to them. share your story with us and your experience, and we are going to be here to blow and push and give you the necessary support. So get on Online now.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Get on Online. Make the viral song make you money. So get to the local Africans, and like the ambassador said, the structures put in place for Online took into account the local African. So it's a product built for the local African, and you're an African artist, you want to have a home fan base, because if companies want to work with you, they want to know you're popular at home. If you are popular in America, it doesn't serve them anything, because they can find a bigger artist in America to work with. They want to know that if they are coming to Cameroon, they can work with you back home in Cameroon, and you have a fan base back home. So definitely jump on that. Thank you guys for watching. The ambassador, do you have any other thing to add about Black Sherif's statement before we proceed and conclude?
Not really. I just wish him all the best. And if he stays on this track, I think like some of the songs he has put out were major hits. And I think there's much more from where that came from. And yeah, I'm just optimistic about the future, and I look forward to lots of interesting and profitable moves from Black Sherif.
Yeah.
And Black Sherif, when you see this, why can't you jump on Online?
Right.
So that your local fans can as well enjoy and support you. Because right now, all we can do is give you those likes on YouTube. That's not much compared to if I wanted to buy Black Sherif t-shirt from Black Sherif.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm looking forward to more collaboration. He has done a collaboration with Bona Boy, he has done a collaboration with Sarkodie, and I love his collaborations. All the two collaborations, I do enjoy them. So I'm looking forward to more collaborations from him. I'm looking forward to more music. He has a very original, unique sound. So I am looking forward to hearing.
I think I've also done with one British artist. Either it's one of these rappers, either Stormzy or Dave, one of those two. But he has done a collaboration with a British artist.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a very unique sound, which, yeah, it's definitely something that I want to hear more of. So all the best to you, stay humble, and big things are coming your way. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thumbs up to this video. As usual, we want to know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to Check Out TV, hit the notification button, and see you guys next time. Bye.